Hello there. And we are live. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to People Another episode with me and my guy, my brother. Yeah, no other person. Yeah, Dan Dow himself, the Oregon Gooner. You get to
Right.
the usual thing.
Oh,
See, people, we couldn't get you our show done, last week. Of course,
mm,
so many things to do last week. So this week we just said, let's get it done on Monday. See, let's hear from our brother Argun Gunner. Argun Gunner, tell us people how are you feeling, bro?
doing good, bro. Happy Monday. Great game against Portsmouth. Not so great game against Liverpool. I know we'll talk a little bit about that. But
Yeah.
to be honest, man, I'm not too worried about Chelsea coming up on Wednesday. They may get a new manager bounce, but it ain't going to be against us, bro. I just don't see it. If Declan Rice can do Declan Rice things, we'll be okay. But other than that, good weekend, feeling good. Got the Christmas swag on today. So
Mm.
yeah, just ready to jump into this and let's dissect like the doctors do, bro.
Let's dissect. I mean, see, yeah, people, yeah. Look, I mean, me and Argun Gunner, we've not, spoken since that Liverpool game. Uh,
Mm,
Argun Gunner, I want you to just touch up just a little bit on that Liverpool game. What you thought about that game before we get into of course, the Portsmouth game.
right.
Just this past weekend. So just do justice to what you felt. Not really in depthly because, of course, you have to go into other topics
Sure.
emerging. But yeah, just tell me what you felt about that matchup, bro.
Atrocious. Atrocious second half. The first 25, 30 minutes, I thought we were decent. Again, though, we can't capitalize on anything. We're still struggling at times to score goal from open play, even though Aston Villa, right, that would tell a different story that we aren't struggling from goals from open play, except for, obviously the Gabriel header. But I don't know, Tony. It's just this team is 3 steps forward, 6 steps back at times, bro. It's like we see progress, and then it just kind of diverts into something that we've seen before, right?
Mm.
I
Big ups,
just
Miss
think that
Melina.
yeah, big up Miss Molina, po. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I just feel like Arteta still hasn't figured it out, bro. I just feel like what is his hesitation? What is this sort of internal fear that he has, of not being able to implement a 4 or 5 man attack against a team that is ripe for it.
Mm.
Liverpool are not the Liverpool they were last season. They were missing Salah. Well, and even the other day they were missing Salah. They were missing Isak, missing Ekiteke, which I think if Ekiteke was available, he probably would have bagged one. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, man, I just feel like again, it's 3 steps forward, 6 steps back in some of these matches. And big up my hero, Anthony Herbert. Hope you're doing well, bro.
Big up Anthony Herbert. Big
Um,
ups.
you know what, Tony? Let's get Anthony Herbert on the show sometime. If you're available, Anthony, reach out to me or Tony. I'd
Yeah,
love to
get
have
that.
you on the show.
I
It's been a long
mean,
time since we
Anthony
talked.
Herbert doesn't. Correction, Oregon Gunner. Anthony
Yeah.
Herbert doesn't need an invite into any show I'm doing.
Miss
He
Molina
knows
as
that.
well. Love to
He
have her
knows
on
that. He
the show.
knows he could just, hey Tony, I want to come on, and someone gives him
Yeah,
the
we'll just have to
the link, or
figure
I
that
give
out
him
in a
it.
bit.
He knows it depends on him. He's very busy. I don't see him on stream these days. He's a very busy
We're
guy.
all
So
busy.
it
Yep, for
depends on
sure.
him. Anytime he want Anthony Herbert, anytime you need to come, you don't need no invite. You just say,
That
hey,
is
I want to pop on, you come on. I have history
yeah.
with Anthony Herbert, one of the people I started working with, and very nice man, and
It's been
disciplined
a
man.
minute since I've seen
So
his
big up to
beautiful
him.
face. But
I mean, you guys got this weird,
oh
broski
no, it's
thing
not
going
weird. We're,
on.
we're just roasting each other.
I don't want to
We're roasting each
intrude.
other's style. No, but pick up everyone in the chat, of course. Miss Melina and Anthony
Big
Herbert.
ups,
We're
everyone. Miss
saying
Melina, too. Yeah,
comments.
the first lady of Arsenal YouTube.
That's right. Yeah,
Big
bless.
ups.
But
Bless.
go back to Liverpool, Tony. It's just again, I've
Yeah.
said it a couple times now. 3 steps forward, 6 steps back. What is this manager scared of? You have to go for the win at home. That's the big. That's the big elephant in the room. They're at home.
Mm.
Are they a good squad? Yes, they're a very good squad. We know that on their day they can pretty much beat anyone, right? But they've got to have Salah to really kind of, initiate some of those attacks. I mean, Frimpong I thought had a good game, but was there really any end product? Not really. He's kind of a pace merchant most of the time. But if they would have had a couple of bigger names in there, they probably would have got something. I don't know what happened to my monitor
Mm.
on occasion. Can you see me? No.
No, we can't see you. I mean, something just
All right. Yeah.
flickered. I mean,
Yeah.
probably they've gotten to you. The
I
Ateta
apologize.
army have gotten on you, bro.
Oh, let me refresh.
They said, "What is this man talking about?" The Ateta army has gotten onto Oregon Gooners, his computers or whatnot.
All right,
but
there we go.
it is what it is. But he's back.
Back. Yeah, just the refresh button.
Mm.
No, but I feel like it's just when these teams are at a whim of getting beat, right? Why aren't we ruthless? We were ruthless against Spurs, ruthless against Villa, ruthless against Leeds, second game of the season. And why that doesn't just transfer at home to some of these bigger teams? Is Arteta scared of losing? All managers are scared of losing. But we were not going to lose that game. Win or possibly draw. But other than that, poor performances all around. I thought Gabriel and Timber were really good. And I've said this on other streams, and I'm going to say this here and now. Lewis Skelly ain't it, bro. I realize he's a Hale End kid. I get that. He has some good performances last season, but I haven't seen the buildup of that. But also, I know his game time's been limited. But I think overall,
he's getting the Oregon. We have to talk about the game time being given to him. I mean, it's easy to criticize. It's easy to, throw criticism on the kid. I completely get that. What he's showing. Yeah, mostly showing, in that Liverpool game. But again, Mikel Arteta, when was the last time he used him? When was the last time he gave him a full-fledged, a full-fledged run out? When Nkapia, I mean, Nkapia has taken over from Calafiori. If Calafiori comes back, he's going to go full throttle and take back his mantle. While Martin with Skelly is just going to languish on the bench. So we see for some reason that, he does it. He's not a used a player. He doesn't give him a start most of the time when the big heads are already there, or are fit, so he lacks fitness. And when he's rusty and lacks match fitness, that's the kind of showing he gives to you. So, I mean, who's to blame? Is it Maslow with Skelly as a player saying he ain't got it no more? Or is it Mikel Arteta for not giving him, a run in the squad?
It's a little bit
of keeping him in so many matches without playing, effectively.
The flip side of that, Tony, bro, is that there's a reason why he's not getting the minutes, right? It's probably not personality. It's probably not age. It's not that Arteta dislikes him personally. There's something going on in that you and I aren't seeing, and that's a training, right? There's something that's maybe not clicking. And I always say, like, it's not always the manager's fault that the player doesn't get minutes. That happens in all sports, right? You know this, Tony. You followed some basketball. I'm sure you followed some American NFL football at times, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to play, number one. And number two is he's behind two good players. I mean, for me, Calafiori is better than he was last season. And Nkapia kind of speaks for himself. He's going to need game time as well, right? It's a loan to buy option. We're probably going to, spend the money on him. But it's just, when I see Nkapia out there, I just see a better player. When I see Calafiori out there, I see a better player. And that's, again, not knocking Lewis Skelly, but for not a lot of players, bro, Arsenal ain't it. Or, Lewis Skelly would fit in fine at Everton, Crystal Palace, Wolves. Well, maybe not Wolves. He's probably better than that. But Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, maybe Villa because he has some of that Arsenal experience, right? That will transfer through to another, tough, proper side. But I don't see the fit in Arsenal. And we don't need a third string left back, right? We really don't. I mean, we do because of injuries. But when everyone's fit, Lewis Skelly's in third in line, bro. And that's just the way it is. And I just
Yeah.
nice, Wigan, very cool. Thanks always for
Nice.
that. I was
Yeah.
curious
Again,
for that.
we'll talk about that
Yeah,
later. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But thanks for posting that always. I feel like this kid has more growth to do, and Arsenal just ain't the spot for him. Maybe against Wigan, perfect for Lewis Skelly, but going week in and week out, in the Prem against Chelsea, Villa, etc. I know we're not playing Villa again, but you know what I mean. We got United coming up in a few weeks. We've got Forest. I mean, if Nkapie and Calafiore is still injured for Forest, yes, of course you play Lewis Skelly. But other than that, bro, I think he's going to be going down the Emerald Smith Rowe path, and that's not fair to him. It's not fair to keep him third string for how many indefinite seasons, getting microwave minutes, right? And just like it's kind of not fair to Nwaneri, right? I want Nwaneri to stay because I think we lack that creative spark, those creative midfielders, even though we have Odegaard, so to speak, and of course Eze. And Nwaneri can actually, we've seen performances of him that solidifies possibly yours and mine and our friends in the chat's opinions that, yeah, Nwaneri can do a job. But I'm just not convinced about Skelly. And I just that's kind of where my heart's at with it. Seems like a nice kid. He's got a lot more development to do, but as a left back, I mean, and I was talking to our friends AJ in the chat a few days ago, and he says, "Well, that great run he had against Atletico Madrid." Okay, like yay, one great run through the midfield, even though he is supposed to be a midfielder. But let's be straight, Tony. He's never going to play midfielder. He's never going to be a selection in the midfield over Moreno, Odegaard, Eze, Rice, right, Zubimendi, Norgard, right? He's never going to play in the midfield under Arteta's regime. So we just got to get that out of our heads, right? Arteta's not going to not going to fit Miles Lewis Skelly in because he wants to. It's just not going to happen, right? So I feel that it's like he needs to go out on loan when the injured players, meaning Kepe and Calafiore, come back. Make sure they're 100% match fit before we do anything drastic. But I just think that this summer, we loan him, we sell him, right? I think we would do him injustice to keep him as long as we kept someone like ESR and even Reece Nelson at that point.
Yeah, in the club, yeah. He always says something here in the chat. He says, we are the only team not to score a goal against Liverpool, home and away. Take it away. Oregon Goon.
Brentford put 4 on him. Do I need to say more?
No.
Right? I mean, again, it's just Arteta being too cautious and playing with the handbrake. But again, I think the players were maybe a little bit tired, a little bit out of it. It just wasn't connecting, right? There was nothing really connecting. I thought Rice had a 5 out of 10 game. Gyökeres, I thought, was absolutely horrific. And I know we've talked about Big Vic off and on, and I'm part of Troops' GDL, Gyökeres Defense League, I'd like to think, but I can see the writing on the wall. 1 goal from open play in 13 matches now, including the Liverpool game last week. It's just not good form. It's not what we are and what we have been recognized, like I'll say again, as a striker-centric club, right? Henry, Adebayor, RVP, Ian Wright, Alan Smith, right? You can go down the list of great strikers that we've used to actually win matches, lift trophies, and used in the proper way. And why this manager refuses to do that is very confusing.
It's very beyond it, right?
Is Victor Gyökeres right now the one to really propel this offense, this attack to lift the trophies, and I just don't think so. But I don't think we should bin him. I don't think he's a bum. He's just not in sync with what Arteta's trying to do and what we're trying to do attack-wise, right? But
again, that has proven that has proven to be a lie. It has proven to be a lie because we've actually analyzed his movement on the pitch. We've analyzed the statistical, movement of his, in and about the box, outside the box, everywhere around the pitch, and everything points to Gyökeres not performing, not coming to the show.
Right.
It's not an Arteta thing. I want Arteta out. It's not an Arteta thing again. You have again. This is what I was explaining to people. When you are given that number 9 shirt, you have to step up to the plate. You have to give us something to run with. The fact is that he is not giving us anything to run with. Back even to that same Liverpool game,
Right.
immediately he was hacked off the game. We saw Gabriel Jesus come in and touches on the ball, touches on the ball, touches on the ball,
Right.
touches on the ball, run through the channels, run through, the box, was causing problems here and there. Do you know how many touches Victor Gyökeres had all game in
Hey,
that game?
no more than 8.
No more than 8. Bro, make that make sense. In how
But
many
well,
minutes he
that's
played?
part of Arteta's setup, and that's the thing.
But
Arteta is not going to change the tactics to accommodate one player, right? Striker or not. If it was,
But you should be
let's
getting more than 8 touches.
yes,
Argue,
tell
Gune,
Odegaard
it's
that.
more. It's more than the It's more than the managers
Beyond, yeah,
doing. I mean, you should be getting more than 8 touches,
right.
bro. It's
It
not
goes
the
beyond
manager that
that.
say you shouldn't
Yeah,
get 8. I mean, 20 touches, 15. That's what I'm saying. That technologically, we have the evidence that he is not moving a lot. He
right.
is not mobile enough. So you have to be mobile enough to even work with the system anyway. So he's not mobile enough. He's not making those runs. He has less touches on the ball. And even the reason why we put him in games is because of his strength. Yeah, his
Sure,
physical
his passing
capabilities.
speed
Yeah, to
is
hold
good.
off center halves and
Right,
do all
right,
those shenanigans. And he's not even doing it at all. And that is a bigger problem. It's a more bigger indictment on him as a player, mostly when he's getting less than 9 touches in a fairy game, like
right.
like that of Liverpool. You know, David Raya had as many touches, more than Victor Gyökeres did in that
Right.
matchup, and that's our goalkeeper.
And that's where I get upset and get the up with this manager and just the whole way he sets us up is it's not striker centric. It's not from George Graham type striking. It's not from Wenger
Mm,
type tactics where they can
mm,
utilize a striker to put the ball in the back of the net. See, the thing is though that we did talk a bit after the Aston Villa game and said that he was running the channels. He wasn't getting the service, right? You and I have talked about that extensively over the last couple
yeah,
months. He
yeah.
is looking over his shoulder. He is playing out the center back shoulder. But against Liverpool, there was none of that, right? It's like he just wasn't doing that. Now, we can go back and watch film. I mean, I'm sure he made a couple of looks over his shoulder waiting for the ball. But remember how our argument before was, oh, he's not getting service. And we kind of put that as the main reason why. But, bro,
Mm,
against Liverpool, if it's not happening for you, we need a striker that can grab the game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen. Talk to your captain. Talk to
yeah.
talk to Rice. Talk to your manager. Figure out something. Get in Saka's ear. Get in Trossard's ear. Po. Big up, Josh.
Big up,
Right?
Josh. I'll
So
be
I
back
just,
with Josh this week. Yeah,
very good, very good. Good to see you, Josh. We should get him on the show too with us because I'd like to do a show with Josh when he's got time as well.
yeah. Josh is a great
So
guy. That's my
I
friend.
think
Also my
I
brother
think
too. Yeah,
so.
big up to
I
Josh,
know you
man.
don't want to cover the Liverpool
Po.
stuff too much, Tony, but what we saw against Liverpool with Gyökeres was a culmination of frustration leading up to what we saw against Liverpool, where he was absolutely horrific. Like I didn't
Hmm.
know he was even out there half the time, man. I mean, there was balls coming across the face of goal. I think a couple times that Saka put out there. There seems to be no communication with him and Odegaard. And again, one goal from open play in 13 matches, and that you can count 2 goals if you count the Everton pen. It's just not happening for him. And this manager will not change for just one player to accommodate a different system when all evidence speaks that the system's working because we're first in the league. Granted own
Hmm.
goal, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the argument you can make is that, and that, a lot of Arteta fans think is that, well, what do we complain about Arteta? We're first in the league and first in the Champions League. Yeah, every
Hmm.
match isn't going to be, Villa, Spurs, and Leeds, right? And Liverpool are tough opponents. Let's not get it wrong, home or away. They're still a very good side. They're just underperforming from what we would expect and what they expect from themselves, right? But
But
there's
when
no
salary's out, yeah,
why
when salary's
Gyökeres
out,
has
yeah,
to have
on
20
international
less
duty,
touches, bro.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, you have to be making use of that chance to actually
Right.
grind out a result. I mean that's the weakest Liverpool side I've seen in years, and they just came and we gave them, we gave them a point. But again, away from that, we had Portsmouth in the FA Cup third round, and there was an urgent need for us to really bounce back from that Liverpool setback.
Right.
But just before we touch on that Portsmouth game and potentially the Chelsea game coming up, there was something that happened. There was an injury to Conor Bradley on the sideline, and he stayed on the sideline. Maybe that was the machination of his grand imagination to kind of like wind down the clock. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but it has been proven that he was injured and he needs surgery. He is completely out of the game. Yeah, so that was a real injury. You saw what happened to him when Martinelli tried to push him away. Um, and Slot came out in a press conference and actually backed, not kind of backed, but actually kind of like you know, gave Martinelli some sort of like, hey, I understand what really went on. It's ahead of the moment, that kind of a thing. So, and Mikel Arteta came out and actually had good words to say, to of course, and Slot for backing Martinelli in the
Right.
whole stuff. What do you have to say about that particular situation and how Slot took it as a manager of
I think
Liverpool?
Arne Slot took it as a professional, and Arteta's response, I think, was professional as well. But what Martinelli did was absolutely classless.
Mm,
I think that if the players there to play, they're not doctors, bro. They're not doctors. They don't know the extent of these injuries. They're not, they're not refs. Let the refs do their job. And it's not just Martinelli. We've seen this before, players complaining or try and grab someone up while they fall down in the box or something, right? I think Frimpong fell down for 3 or 4 minutes and somebody was trying to pull him up. Like, who the fuck are you, bro? You're not a doctor.
yeah.
You don't know. You don't know the extent of these injuries. And I feel horribly bad for Conor Bradley. You can look at that replay and his knee went like just twisted, bro.
Oh my days.
He could be done for at least a year, a calendar year or more. Who knows,
Or
right?
more.
Who knows? Because we're not doctors either, right? Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's true.
And I don't think they even know right now. There's no way they have a prognosis right now on Conor Bradley saying, oh, this calendar date he'll be back. Really? Like, come on. And if the doctors, I'm sure, don't know, the Liverpool doctors probably don't know because it's probably a day-by-day basis to see how the surgery is going to go and then the rehabilitation, right? So if they don't really know, Martinelli sure as fuck doesn't know either. And I'm sorry to curse, bro, but I'm sick of watching any players and any clubs do this. If they're down, back away, let the team doctor look at it, and let the ref deal with it. He has no right to go in there and even touch that player, let alone throw the ball on him before you push him over. He should have been sent off. And I'm a big GM11 fan. That's my guy, my left winger. I got the black shirt with his name on it, But I was disgusted by that, bro. It's just like, you're not helping the situation. And it doesn't matter if you're upset or it doesn't matter if you've seen players fall down in the past and fake it. Who are you to judge? Who are you to judge, bro? Like, if a player falls down and you don't know how injured they are, they may be on the side. I thought his back was right on the touch line. So it was like in and out to me. It wasn't any time wasting for me because how much time do we waste on on throw-ins? How much time do we waste on goal kicks? How much time do we waste on set pieces? I mean, what are we doing, right? There's so many times I've been yelling even at Lewis Skelly, and even like Calafiore, whoever's throwing the ball in, throw the freaking ball in. What are we waiting for? So I don't want to hear this crap about, oh, Martinelli was in the right to touch him or move him. Absolutely not. And it doesn't matter if players have done it in the past, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, so players fell down in the past and they weren't that injured. Big whoop. But again, who are you to judge as a player? Just play. Step back and play. You get extra time anyway. Like, the extra time's going to be there. There's really, and this may sound crazy, but there really is no more time wasting, Tony. right? Because that time gets added on anyway.
It gets added on anyway.
Yeah,
But
there's
again,
no way to
I was like, the time that was added on was too small. I mean, 4 minutes added on. But
Oh,
when you see Manchester City, I see 9 minutes, I see ten
right.
minutes, and at least with all the whole injuries and stoppages, at least 7, 8 minutes. But with
Well,
Arsenal, it's like
game by game.
four. I don't know.
See, bro, you
I
can't
just think
compare
the
that,
whole
bro.
thing
That's
is
a game by game
rigged
basis.
against us, my bro.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think Connor Bradley, when he felt his knee do a 180, was like, "Oh, I'm going to waste 2 minutes of time in a game that is shit anyway." But I get what you're saying, and I understand that argument. But let's take it on a game by game basis, right? Like the game against Liverpool has nothing to do with the Man City game 2 weeks ago. The
Yeah.
game against Liverpool has nothing to do with Man United and getting Fergie time when he was there, right? And all of a sudden, 4 minutes turned into 6, turned into 7, right? And those are all valid complaints when you want to, be upset about the past, right? But in the match like Liverpool, it's at the here and now. And the fact that he threw the ball on him, I don't remember if he already had a yellow card. I think he might have already had a yellow card. I don't recall. So if he did it, the throwing the ball on yellow card and then moving him over is another yellow card. So he essentially should have gotten 2 yellows in a red.
He should have been sent off.
He should have been sent off.
He should have been sent off.
Pick up, Rory. So I'm just.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. He should have been sent off from that game, my brother. He should have been sent off. But again, it is what it is. We move. Big up to Red RD. Red RD, how you doing, my G? Hope you're good. Hope you're good, Red RD. People, go subscribe to Red RD, people. He has lots of great stuff going on his channel. Red RD. Maybe one of these days I'll pop into his show. It's just that I have so many shows around right now. Oregon Gunner, let's move to the next topic. Yeah. Oregon Gunner, Portsmouth. What would you say about that Portsmouth game?
Well, first off, it was at 6 a.m. my time, so I didn't watch the game, but I saw several highlight shows on YouTube and got a pretty good gist. And like our man Anthony said, Martinelli could have scored 5 goals. He was absolutely fantastic from what I saw. But, however, why did we give up a goal in the first place? 3rd minute? Like, where's the concentration? But I get it. It was a decent shot. Kepa palmed it away. The guy was there at the right place. I think there might have been a hint of offsides. I thought I heard some people talking, but other than that, I thought it was pretty straightforward from what I saw online. So unfortunately, Tony, I didn't watch the whole match from beginning to end. I was kind of like, I don't think I'm going to get up at 5:45 in the morning to watch. I think my prediction was 4-0 anyway. So actually, it was 3-0. So I figured we'd win that game. I figured Portsmouth would at least be somewhat of a challenge, which it looked like it were. They at least were able to get some touches in the box and get some shots. I just think that.
Big up Dr. Seymour. I'll be back with Dr. Seymour this week. We always have a 1-week gap with Dr. Seymour and our show together. So me and he'll be back this week talking about Arsenal. Big up to Dr. Seymour. Our guy says, big up, gents.
Real one. Love the doc. I just feel like I don't know. I just didn't want to get up for it, to be honest. I didn't want to 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. I was like, I'll let that one go. So unfortunately, Tony, I didn't watch it from beginning to end. So I don't have a
it's okay.
comment on it.
It's okay.
But go and fill in the gaps for me if you like. Like who's I mean,
no. I mean, they scored a goal, they scored a goal. I mean, we were shell shocked. At that, people. Yeah, that was a shocking, and to the way, very nice taking goal anyway. And then Arsenal and CPP, when I call, what we have, the weapon of mass destruction. I mean, people laugh at me. They want to take a pop. But this is the thing. Not many teams understand how to really, 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 project what's coming when set piece is in action with Arsenal. Set piece after set piece, Martinelli just lips up. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh, man got a hat trick, people, yeah?
Yep.
Set piece. Again, people. Set piece FC. Oregon gonna like saying that. Set piece FC.
Well, yeah, but my argument to that is hey, you got to use any competitive advantage you can, bro. I mean, if you can score goals from set pieces and other teams can't, that just makes us that much better. I don't have a problem being labeled set piece FC because, I mean, we've proved against that anyway. I mean, I know Gabriel scored against Villa, but we still scored 3 from open play. So it's like through that argument now, right? But hey, just because we got a Gabriel number 6 and they don't, that's not my problem, right? That's not our problem. Hey, big up with the headers, man. Those were fantastic flick-on headers.
Yeah, those are fantastic headers. Yeah, and again, I won't lie. AFC always that was true. Passes went on to 29. You know, and again, we had a striker come back on the day, and that's Kai Havertz. Right. You know, he came back, people. So we'll welcome back Kai Havertz after how many months, people? Sidelined due to injury, but it's finally back. You know, lots of passes went to him, but this is what I'm saying. AFC always, yeah. Passes went down to him. Yeah, I get it, but he made runs for those passes. He made runs. He's very clear on where he's heading to. With Gyökeres, you're not very clear where he wants to really set up. It's not clear where he wants to stay and get the ball. I mean, there's something not right with it. With Jesus, you easily see where he is, and you want to send the ball to him. With Gyökeres is fighting that internal battle. And you don't just know if you're to pass to him. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, I saw those passes, to be very frank. Yes, I saw those passes. But, I mean, why is it so easy to pass to all these other strikers, and it's not easy to set those passes straight to Gyökeres? I don't know. You're the munch on that one?
Yeah, I'll munch on that one, and that's what we've talked about before, bro. Is that how if Sporting Lisbon's midfield can figure it out, why can't ours? Right, that's the thing, you know. And I know the argument in the Portuguese league, the defenses aren't as strong, etc. But dude, this is a guy who scored 95 goals in 2 seasons. Like, what is keeping and you start to think like maybe it's just a timing thing, like the time of the run for receiving the pass from Odegaard. Is it, you know, and it's got to come down to them not being in sync. I mean, you think about it, Odegaard's had many, many, many more matches to get, you know, to get with Kai Havertz and some sort of attacking connection. And he hasn't even have half of that yet with Gyökeres. And so that's where I kind of lean back. It's like, okay, you got to give him time, etc. But bro, it's like he looks heavy. You know, I know he's a big guy. He's strong. He's muscular. I get all that. But it almost looks like he's got lead bricks on for boots, bro. Like the quickness isn't there. Like the quickness for Jesus, he just kind of instinctively knows where to be, while Gyökeres kind of has to look around and figure it out. And then he makes like a run, but it's not really a run. It's kind of like a lumpy jog. It just doesn't look mobile enough, right? And I have tried to, you know, I've gone back over a few days ago. I think it was right after the Liverpool game, and I was looking at some of the goals he scored for Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah,
but he's the focal point of the attack, bro. Like everything was just drilled centrally to him. Yeah, and like we obviously use more wing play than anything, right? Our modus operandi is to go use Saka or get to Trossard, even though we use Trossard more than Martinelli at times, right? In the Prem, obviously not yesterday against Portsmouth, but you know, I think that, and I think overall Odegaard slows play down. You know, Odegaard is not one of my favorites either. You know, I think he generally slows play down, but that's due to the manager, right? I think there's extra touches there that aren't needed. There was one time at Liverpool, I think he had the ball on the halfway line and he passed it back to Raya.
No, oh
Like,
my
what are
days,
we
bro.
doing, bro? Like, it's just it's possession
Oh
based
my
football.
days.
But possession, as you know,
Sincerely,
Tony, like,
I
for
don't
the
like
fan,
the
that
brand
doesn't
of
win the
football we're
game.
playing, bro.
Possession football doesn't win the
Bro.
game.
The way we play, yeah. I mean, bro, I've not really seen. I mean, bro, throughout the season, yeah, I've not really seen a game apart from the Champions League, yeah. In the league, I've not really seen a game where I would say, "Oh, I like the way we play." Yeah, we might win. Yeah, we might score a bunch of goals against some opposition, like the game against Leeds, and I knew we beat them quite well. There were some other teams we bit, maybe 3-1 or something like that. But I didn't really enjoy. I mean, I've not really seen that. I've not seen that base
Well,
yet. Not
I would
seen
say,
that.
yeah, I would
I've
disagree a
not seen
bit.
that razzmatazz. That
I thought the
that
Spurs
silky
game was
passing.
fantastic. I
Yeah,
thought the Villa game was
I've
fantastic.
not really seen it, and I miss that brand of football. To be very
Right.
sincere with you, everything has changed. But again, it is what it is. We have new players, in the team. That again, if you need to win the Premier League, you need to win it the ugly way. But it doesn't mean that every other game should be ugly, in it.
Let me ask you
I
this,
mean, why
Tony.
can't some games be pretty? Yeah,
Right. No,
I
right.
mean,
Because it's too predictable. I think that's a part of the
mhm,
reason why it's too predictable. The teams that watch the tapes before the games know kind of come in with a mentality how to set up. And it's always been one thing too with Arsenal is that if you get physical with us and battle for the ball in the midfield, you stand a good chance to win it, right? We've seen
definitely.
it through the Wenger years, right? I get upset
Mm,
watching Nielsen, Alexander Klebb, and these players just losing the ball, Diaby, right? There's times Patrick
mm,
Vieira would lose the ball, but rarely. But
mm.
beyond that, with Arteta, even when we had a great 22-23 season, we were still getting overrun in midfield at times. Thomas Partey couldn't do it all, right? Thomas Partey
Yeah,
couldn't do it all, and I just feel like we need to get back to being that striker-centric club that we have been. The Ian Wright, Henry, Bergkamp, RVP, Adebayor, right? Even Giroud. Giroud
Adebayor.
won things without us at Chelsea and AC Milan. So, and scored some incredible goals. You go back and watch highlights of Giroud. Some of those goals are just like jaw dropping,
Yeah,
bro, because he just gets it on his foot and it's in the back of the net. There's no dinking it
definitely.
around, doing pirouettes, Cruyff turns. Like that's all
Ah,
great when you're trying to avoid tackles and so forth. But when you're in the just on the edge of the 18-yard box, you have to shoot the ball,
you
right?
have
And,
to
then,
shoot
and
the
I think
ball. You
like
have to
the
shoot the
Villa game with Jesus, great goal. The one
ball.
Odegaard
Mm,
scored, I think, against Brighton was a great goal, right? Take those chances because a lot of the times, like we've seen, keepers will parry the ball and somebody will be there. Saka could be
mm,
there. Martinelli Trossard could be there. Jesus or Goikarez could be there, right? If Odegaard was to shoot outside the box, Zuba Moreno, whoever, I think you would be lights. Yeah, exactly. I think shooting at the goal and giving the keeper a chance to parry it away, Big Vic could be there. Big up, Paul, legend.
pick up
You
ball.
know, I just feel like we have to take risks and we have to be more ruthless in front of goal, or we're not going to lift a trophy, Tony. And I wanted to ask you, and I was um, talking with someone on another show. Oh no, it was a big show I did with Aaron, and he had a call-in show with. I was on there with the Doc Seymour, Gianni, and a few other legends. And my point, let me ask you this, Tony: if we only lift the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, or just one of those, do you keep Arteta?
Bro, there are other managers out there right now, bro.
Xabi Alonso's available.
Come on, man. Let's put perspectives into this. Yeah,
Right.
I
No,
mean,
no,
Real
right.
Madrid just sacked Alonso. Yeah, people, uh, and there are
First
alarm
time
bells
in
ringing
the
right now. People, I mean, standards. Other football club have some certain standards, innit?
right.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, Real Madrid sacked the
that brings
manager.
back to the question: do
I
you
mean,
keep him at the
and
end of
it
the
doesn't
season?
mean he. I mean, see, Oregon good. It doesn't mean that if Alonso pushes further, yeah, it doesn't mean he
Right,
might not really win the league this season. There's how
right.
he could fight it out. He could still win the league this season. But Real Madrid are not having it. They want him out, and he's
Right.
out right now.
Well, he is out.
So
Yeah.
that's one manager out who I think he's a winner. He won't be bad at Arsenal. But again,
well, yes or no, bro?
I don't think we should keep Mikel Arteta if we win the Carabao Cup.
Do you think we should keep him if he wins
Just because of how much we spent,
right?
and just because
right.
he's
The
been able
history.
to bottle all these league titles.
Right.
I'm sorry, winning a domestic cup that is not the Premier League doesn't cut it for me this season.
What if we lose? What if we get to the FA Cup final and lose? What if we lose to the Carabao Cup final? What if he only wins the league and only by a few points? Let's say we win the league by 2 or 3 points above City. Do you keep
automatically gives him life.
See,
automatically gives him life.
That's where I think that's where I slightly disagree with you.
Okay.
Because and here's why. Because winning the league by 2 or 3 points to me is great. It's great to have the trophy, but does that mean we continue on to do it again? Like, if we win the league this season, is it viewed as a Leicester City type thing?
We haven't won the league title.
I know, and it's fantastic.
3 years.
But here's the thing.
Oregon. I mean, sometimes just settle your mind. Calm it down.
Here's why.
Calm it down. We haven't won the league in 23 years.
I understand. And
bro, that's half of a life of a man who is like 45, right. Bro.
Older than my 2 sons. Right,
bro.
I get it. But listen,
if he wins it, he stays.
Listen to where I'm going with this. Okay, so we win it in the 25-26 season. And let's say by a small margin, 1 to 4 points.
But does it matter? City won it with small margins too.
I know. Right, the points doesn't matter, but I guess what my point being is it okay? After 6 years, we won it. Is it flash in the pan? Yay! Arsenal finally won it. Okay, put the trophy in there. Now next season starts. We make transfers in the summer, right? Some players come in, some players come out, right? And say, let's say November, the end of November, 1st of December. Oh shit, we're in 4th place, and we're 8 points behind Liverpool or City, right? And then we decide to sack them, then we start all over again. My thought is this. You win the trophy, Arteta, you leave in the summer on a high. We start summer anew with a new manager to see what we can do in the 26-27 season.
And that'll be at the discretion of Mikel Arteta.
Really?
That'll be at his discretion, but not at the discretion of the football club. And again, if you win a title, it doesn't guarantee you that the next season.
You did great, Arteta.
If you win a title this season, it doesn't guarantee you that you're gonna have a good time next season. Example, and Slot. He won the league last season. This season, Liverpool fans want his head out. They want his cup.
It was his first one, though, Tony, and we've already got 5.5 years of shit. Right? That's my point. So do we just win the trophy, put it in the case, and go on, Arteta, go back and do it again? Or do we say, thank you very much.
Again, it's a league title. Again, it's a league title. I hear where you're coming from, but it's a league title. I mean, you can't just sack a manager who has just won you the league title. That's the thing.
Yes, you can. Madrid's done it. Barcelona's done it. Tottenham did it. I mean, they won the fucking the Mickey Mouse Cup and sacked Postecoglou the next day, bro.
But it's not the Mickey again. It is not the Mickey Mouse Cup. It is the Premier League, and we've not won it in 23 seasons. If we win it, it's a bit. And Oregon gonna if we win the Premier League, it is a big deal. I'm sorry, mate. I mean, we Arsenal fans, we're not going to a pedigree where we're not. Yeah, but we are not like Chelsea. We are not like Man City in recent years, over 2 decades, bro. Where are our trophies, bro? So let's don't get in over our heads. Yeah, if we win the Premier League, it's a very big deal, very massive deal. And if Mikel Arteta says, hey, you know what, Arsenal, I've taken you to where you want to get to. On my own discretion, I want to leave. He can go. But Arsenal, and the Arsenal that I know, would not let go of him. They're going to build him a statue at Arsenal, bro. This is what, bro. I'm telling you what Arsenal would do. I know this football club. I know this football club. Bro, it's a league title at the end of the day. But again, you cannot say he winning the league title doesn't mean that next season the people are not going to call for his head. People will still call for his head. And Slot won last season. They're calling for his head this season.
Number one, let me land this for a second. Number one, Slot's first season. Okay, so yes, wow, what incredible! Your first season with the team that Jurgen Klopp built, fantastic. I get that, but we have 5.5 years of winning nothing, right? To let's say winning it, right? That to me is a culmination of being unsuccessful to getting success for one moment in time. And yes, adding the trophy would be brilliant. And if they build him a statue, that would be a joke. He deserves a plaque, maybe a pay raise, even though he's the second highest paid manager in the world, right? However, what I feel like he may, if an opportunity comes, let's say with Barcelona, like they're going to get rid of Flick anyway, who by the way is 100% in every single final that he's been in, right? So Barcelona are going to get rid of Flick. I don't see Arteta going anywhere else in the Premier.
How Flick is going to win the title? Flick is going to win the title, so they're going to throw him away.
So. There's a lot of football left to play, and the league is different. I'm not here to comment on the league and Flick. My point being is that we have 5.5 years of seeing any real success with Arteta, right?
Yeah.
So we win it. Hypothetically, we win it this year. Why would we start again of a possible nothingness for 26-27? To me, it's a huge gamble to give him another contract if we win the Prem, because we can bring in a different manager, start from scratch, give that manager some time, right, and see where it goes. And like you said, there's no guarantee for season next to the season, and I agree with that 100%. But I just feel like winning the Prem would be the icing on the cake for this manager. That would be the line that would say, fantastic, thank you very much, but it's taken this long. We as a club want to go a different route with a different manager and see what that brings. But I do agree with you that they won't do that, right? And that's why I'm bringing this up. It's all kind of course, hypothetical, right?
Of course, I hear you. But there's a flaw there. But there's a flaw there. The flaw there is that he just won the league. And I don't think the football club would engage in any. I mean, they're not listening to us right now when he hasn't won the league. Is it when he wins the league that anyone would listen? I mean, let's use our senses here. I mean, he has been unsuccessful. You've pointed that out, and that's true. Yeah. And we've been bothering on that point. He needs to leave. And the football club are not even hearing it. They're even giving him more money. Bro, he hasn't won a title. We've been screaming about these things. He has a transfer kitty for January. Even if he spent more money in the summer, bro, if he wins the title, the Oregon gonna, it's good to do all these hypotheticals, yeah. But if he wins the league, I am telling you that our football club builds him a statue,
right,
in the next 5-6 years, and they're not even going to talk about. No one is going to talk about sacking him. And again, I do agree that winning the league is my dream this season. After 23 years, after Oregon, I want it. No one is going to talk about sacking, and that's a fact.
Probably not, right? And I do agree with that side of the argument as well. But I also think that we can go back in history and look at clubs getting rid of their managers from the heels of success.
But we are not those clubs. We are not those clubs. And those clubs have actually a history of winning this decade and 2 decades ago. Arsenal don't have that history of winning. So they have the luxury to say, you know what, we have standards. We always win. Bro, we haven't always won.
If we win it this time and we go on 3 more seasons of City, Liverpool, and City winning it, then this is again. Then this 26 would just be like, oh, that 1 year Arsenal won it, po po po, right?
But again, you have to look into the team too. You have to also look into the team. If we win the league this season, does it mean the team is bad? That's another argument you have to. Does it mean that the team is bad? I don't think so. Maybe if you're winning it with a team, in the twilight of their careers, yeah, maybe like the team, that won club the league title, and maybe they're nearing their years of winding down the whole thing. Just maybe we could say something like that. But right now, we have a team with youngsters there and some inexperienced players down there who are growing together. If they win the league title, they're still young. There's still the hunger to go for more. So I don't really see that argument really playing out in a very plain way. It doesn't really mean that if they win now, they might not win again. The young players, if they taste the glory, they want more. They want to go for the Champions League. They want to go for.
Tony, is that we have seen 5.5 years of non-success. So do we keep the manager at summertime if we win it or not, and go on again with him? And I get your argument that as a club, he's obviously not going to get sacked in summertime. But overall, I think that we've seen 5.5 years of crap. Okay, let's say hypothetically we win the league, and then they say, okay, Arteta, thank you very much. You get a nice plaque. You get a nice bonus, right? But we need to go another direction, because if we don't win it again, let's say in 26, 27, we don't win it again in 27, 28, we don't win it again in 28, 29, then what is the real, what are we really doing at that point? Now he's 8-9 years in. I know his contract's, I think, till 2027. So now we have an 8.5, 9-year experiment with this manager who's won us one trophy.
Well, but again, Oregon, we don't know the future. We don't know the future. It could go the route you're saying. There's a probability it goes the route you're saying. There's a probability it goes the route you're saying. There's another probability that it goes the other way around, where it believes in the team.
We don't have the data to back that up, Tony. We have the unsuccessful, second set,
and then success, and then what? I mean, then what's the parameter that says there won't be another success again?
What I'm looking for, Tony, I think, is that I agree with you. Having the Prem Trophy in the case is fantastic, but do we take the risk of being fourth come, December 2026, and everything goes pear-shaped? And then we try to bring a new manager in who's literally got to start from scratch, no preseason, no say in the transfer window until January pops up, right? And let's say we do get a big name in there, right? Let's say hypothetically that Arteta leaves in the summertime, or he does they say thank you very much, shake his hand and send him off with the bonus check. And they do bring in, I know I'm just going to throw a name out there. They do bring in Ancelotti or Enrique. Right?
I'll take him immediately.
I'm not saying bring in Xabi Alonso. I'm not saying bring in, Keith Edwards or somebody, right? I'm saying that we bring in a big name to continue what Arteta helped us achieve in 25-26. Because again, I feel like if we were to win it, it would still feel like a Leicester City type vibe. Like, wow, Arsenal finally won it in 23 years. Wow, they scored a bunch of own goals to get there. Wow, set piece FC. There will always be some excuses why, right? And that's football commentary. But at the end of the day, I would prefer him to win it and walk away, because I think that there comes a time after 6 years, in my opinion, it's time to turn the page. But I get your guys' opinion too, and when you in the chat will say, "Oh no, we win it, we keep them," and I understand that side of it as well. But I just think that it would be kind of, I mean, again, if we win it by 8 points or something, we win it on a canter. That's fantastic, right? And then I would say, okay, there's some impetus to keep them. We blew out the.
If we win it by 12 points. 10, 12 points. Would you keep Arteta?
Yes. Because
so now what's the parameter with you right now? Is it that he has to win the Premier League with an enormous number of points? I want to know where you're sticking this fact to.
Because I feel like if we only win it by 1 or 2, maybe 3 points, that's not decisive, bro. That's not decisive at all. That's that's relying on City, Liverpool, etc., which Liverpool aren't part of it. Okay, City, Villa, right, to really mess up, and which City have messed up, right? They had like 3 out of 4 games they've drawn. Villa drew the other day against Crystal Palace. So the odds have played in our favor. But is the odds that played in our favor so much so that it kind of just propels us to win it by 2, 3, 4 points? And I want to see something convincing. So that's why I'm saying, like, if we do win it by 8, 10, 12 points, like, oh yeah, Arteta maybe has something figured out here. And I know we got a lot of football to play. We got till May, right? It's only January.
Yeah.
But I just think that if there is plans to sack him, which I know there isn't, deep down I know there isn't, but if there was, I would think that the summertime would be the time to do that instead of waiting to see the next season.
Instead of waiting. I get that argument. I get that argument.
That data shows us has struggled to get it over the line 5 out of 6 years, right? And I just feel like it'll be repetitive. If we don't win anything the following season, Tony, what do we do? What is it all for, right? And so I just wanted to make curious about your thoughts about that. But I do agree, the ethos of this club, the way it's operating so far, is that they won't, right? They will look at the trophy.
They won't. I don't think so.
22, 23 years.
I think they beat them a statue.
They will probably give them more money to spend to get more players in.
I think they give them a statue, bro.
But I do think
bro, I know this football club, bro. I know this football club. Bro, I know this football club. We've been in the fight to get the manager out. And they're not even listening to us in that way.
Right.
Now that he's a failure. Is it when he's a successful manager? That's when they're gonna listen to anyone? Bro, they're not gonna listen to anybody. When this manager finally wins that league title. And that's the thing. We know it. I'm a realist, yeah. All these hypotheticals has a way of playing delusions in our minds, yeah. Let's face it, for real. We know that this manager is not going to get the chop, even right now where he's failing. Is it when he wins the league title that he's got, bro, come on, bro. Let's don't be, it's good to have these ideas. And of course, that makes a good discussion. That makes a good conversation.
Well,
I completely get that.
Say, thank you very much. Shake your hand. Here's your bonus check. And then they start anew, right? Because they don't want to repeat the whole path, right, it took to get to that one trophy. And I'm saying only if he wins the Prem. If he wins the
I get that, yeah. But are you also looking at it from the standpoint?
That happens.
Are you also looking at it from the? It's good where you looking at it from, and I feel it. I understand it. But are you also looking at it like, okay, that is now saying, okay, after years of trying, I finally hacked the matrix. I finally got in it. Just now, maybe now that the nerves are calm, right now, I could go for the big one. It could be more easier. And we all know in life, yeah, when you finally hack it, it becomes a little bit more easier to hack it again because you already have the that spirit that, hey, I've hacked it before, I can hack it again. There's always that probability in your mind that, oh, I can hack it again. Even if that's a delusion in itself, because when you make it, it's times 2, double work, staying when you've made it. We all know this.
Look at the doctor's comment right here. Look at the doctor's comment and read that.
Where? Which one? The one showing now.
Nope. The one couple more after. Well, he just posted. Okay. Read that.
Yeah. It is why the entire back room is being cleared out. New football director, new chief scout, new academy director. This is all being built and set up for a new manager. People, I don't see this manager leaving, bro. I don't see him leaving, bro. I want him to leave. People, don't get me wrong, but I don't see bro. I don't see him leaving, bro. I don't see him leaving. Mostly if he wins a league title, I don't think that manager, unless maybe there's something already agreed that, oh, I might be leaving. Yeah. But this manager, I don't think so, bro. They
Nope.
want to turn him into an
Right. You
Arsene
can't.
Wenger square kind of thing. They're gonna give
Right.
him a new contract, bro.
That's it.
Because I've seen us in failure give him reward him with
This is
contracts, bro.
true. This is true.
Saka had a back for me. He was the best of the bunch in that Liverpool game, yeah. But everyone played badly. And the next day, immediately after having a very horrible showing against Liverpool, the next day, Arsenal is giving Bukayo Saka a new contract. They're confirming that they're giving him a new contract. The history with this club, we reward failure. That this is the thing. We have to be true. I think let's look at it for what it is. We reward failure. This is the truth. The manager is going to stay, and there's nothing anyone will do about it. See, Dr. Seymour, I've been in this fight. Me and Oregon Gunnet, we've known for up to nearly 3 years plus. And in this 3 years plus, we've been charging for the title, yeah? And people have been calling, bro, do you know how many people have come and gone? Many YouTubers come and gone, yeah? Talking about this guy should leave. And instead, they reward him with contract after contract, increment after increment, bro. Yeah, so they keep rewarding him. If he eventually captures this title, bro, man is going nowhere. And finally, if he wins that, because it's such a big trophy in Arsenal's history, and because of the drought we've had, you know, with that particular stuff, yeah, I think he would now have the power to call the shots. The league title is not just, oh, I won the title. No, for Arteta, it's not. The people already like him already. Yeah. If he wins that title, he gets some certain kind of leverage to be an overlord in this football club. That's the way I see it.
Maybe
that's the way I see it. They're already giving him that already. So
but right, and I in all reality, I agree with what you're saying. Right, this club will want him to proceed with more, you know, fraudulent crap, right? Essentially, but I think what the doc's getting at is that things are at least in motion to be set up for that. And Wagwan, Donna, looking beautiful, my dear. You know, I just feel
big up Donna Colin.
I just feel like with the doc's comment there, and you kind of play that in your mind, that it is kind of set up for him. It's not set up for him to be sacked necessarily, Tony, but it's set up for failure come December of this year, right? When the games come thick and fast, or even January, right? It's set up to see what happens in the 26-27 season, right? It's set up to see what's going to happen if we win the league. And again, it's a big if. I mean, 6 points is nothing. Let's be honest.
It's nothing anyway. Yeah. So
right. It's a whole new conversation. But I know we got to go here in about 15 minutes. But let's talk to our friend Josh's comment up there about Real Madrid real quick. They are my Spanish club. He's talked about Alonso.
Oh, you support Real Madrid? You support Real Madrid?
That's my Spanish club. Absolutely.
Oregon is a Madrid star. I never knew. I support Barca though. So good.
Right. And even Josh put a good comment in here as well. But going to Real Madrid, I think they're replacing him with Arvoa. How do you say
Araboa, whatever.
I don't understand
that. He's a former Real Madrid player.
Right, yeah, no, I played for Liverpool, Real Madrid. Yeah, no. I think the appointment of someone like that is disastrous coming from a Madrid fan. If I was Madrid, I would be looking at Luis Enrique right now and paying him any cent he wanted to get him out of PSG.
But Enrique is a Barcelona legend. He's won titles with Barca.
He has, and he's managed them as well. But hey, the past is the past, right, Tony? I mean, one can hope, right? No, I don't think.
I mean, how many managers have you seen manage Real Madrid and have actually managed Barcelona?
I don't think that's ever happened in history, but maybe it has.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can go back.
No, I'm just going to make sure, so it doesn't seem I'm mad. You know, I'll just.
Right? Jurgen Klopp would be a perfect fit at Madrid, right? In some way, shape, or form. But yeah, Josh, I think that it's pretty harsh as well But you got to win these finals, bro. Like you have to, or these semifinals. You have to win these games as a Madrid manager, as Madrista fan, as the fan base in general. You have to win these semifinals, quarterfinals, finals against your largest rival in continental football. Like you have to win those games. And I know Barcelona scraped by with the 3-2 and so forth, but let's be honest, Rafinha is a fucking fantastic footballer. Rafinha
Ooh.
is absolutely cooking. I think that's his 7th goal in 6 games in all comps or something like that. 2 goals against us. But at the end of the day, is Arbeloa a good interim manager? Probably. I don't know how he's going to get a tune out of these guys. But yeah, right. Luis Enrique, Barcelona connections, maybe not. But Jurgen Klopp, get him out of the Trivago ads. I don't know if you guys see him in Trivago commercials there in Europe, but in America, he's doing Trivago travel ads with his big teethy smile, right? Have him sign the contract, see what he can do. Bernard, yeah, thank you, Doc. Did play for Real before moving to Barca. That is true. I forgot that Enrique had a spell at Madrid. So maybe there's something there, but but Hansi Flick, 100% in all finals. Never lost one. Right? So if Arsenal could pull Hansi Flick, so let me ask you this, Tony, real quick. I know it's a bit off topic. If we win the trophy and we part ways with Arteta, and we say, oh, we literally get Hansi Flick in, then what would you think?
No, we're Hansi Flick. Yeah, of course, you can never go wrong. He's a winner. He's a winner.
I don't want RBO,
he's a winner.
I don't want. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we get rid of Arteta, it has to be a big name that can.
It has to be. It has to be a big name.
In the 25-26 season. Yeah,
it has to be a big name, and I completely agree with you. Oregon Gunner, Martinelli scored a hat-trick against Portsmouth, bro. Are you now seeing a slight change? Because, of course, Martinelli has already hit double figures this season already, all competitions.
He's about 10 goals. 10, 11, 10, probably 10. I have to look.
I think 10, 11 or so, but he's already hit double figures already. What will you say about Martinelli? And he's doing this not as our number one left winger.
He is. Well, he's got more pace than Trossard. He's not, and he's techie, but his techiness doesn't have the end product that Trossard produces. I back him. I've always backed him. I've always backed him. I have the black camouflage shirt with G Martinelli.
Yeah.
I know that, but at the same time, we know players have up and down seasons, and that's why I didn't get a lot of the hate that he was getting. And let's be honest, it was hate. Like it wasn't just like, oh, this guy's he's pretty decent. No, I want him out of the club. Send him to Saudi, 70, 80 mil. Get him out. At that point, I was like, okay, I could see us 80 mil, get rid of Martinelli, bring Rodrigo in, right? I mean, is Rodrigo really linked to us? I'm not so sure. Right. But now with this manager changeover, I think we should make a play for Rodrigo. But back to your question, I'm not trying to get in the Rodrigo mess. Right. He's fucking good.
I mean, I'll take Rodrigo right now.
Yeah, well, I would.
I mean, if we have to go there, I'll take it.
But I don't want to get in that hypothetical right now, right? Because we haven't really, I don't think, been linked to him solidly. There's always been some rumors, right? But there hasn't been a solid link to Rodrigo. And if you get rid of Martinelli, we're not going to bring in someone. I mean, Semenyo's gone. And Martinelli, to me, has got a better score record already than Semenyo. I think he's a better player than Semenyo. But the Semenyo, again, is like a Rodrigo conversation. But Semenyo's gone, right? He's already at City. He already scored.
Dr. Seymour, we were referring to managers, not players. Forget players. Ronaldo played for Real Madrid. He also played for Barcelona. Forget it. I'm talking about managers, because that was the context we're talking about. So can you name me a manager who has managed Barcelona and also managed Real Madrid, bro? Please, bro. Please, bro. Bring it. Use the Twitter fingers. Do it. Bring it.
It's my secret tactic.
Use the TikTok fingers, bro. Bring it out. I want to see it.
I'm going to go also back to what our friend Josh ACM7 said about the most complete squad he's ever had. That's true. That's very true. And I said this was one of the best windows we've had. It would be an 8 out of 10 window for a manager who has shown success, but it's a 4 out of 5 window with Arteta, right? Because we see that he's not utilizing, number one, Victor Gyökeres the best we think he can be. So I get that's a very good comment. But he needs one to justify moving forward. Yes, exactly. And that's the justification, Josh, that I'm talking about. And if we only win it by 1, 2, 3 points, does that give you, Josh, justification to keep him? Or is it that, oh, we won because others failed, right? And I just feel like if it goes to shit in December of this year, after the start of the new season, let's say we're 4th and we're 8 points behind City or Liverpool, or let's say Aston Villa, right? And then it's like, then you sack him, and now a new manager has to start anew in the beginning of a season with no preseason, no window, right? So we kind of covered that a bit, but yeah, no, your comments definitely warranted and justified, and you can only trust the process with an end goal, right? So if the process is getting this trophy after 5 or 6 years span, that's just the way it is, right? We can't go back in time. But we can't go back in time. I just feel like if we win it now or this season, then obviously it doesn't call for next season. But is it going to make Kai Havertz better? Is it going to make Zubimendi better? Right? Is it going to make Nicolas better? Is it going to improve Lewis Skelly? Right? Is everybody just going to take it up a notch because now we won it? We're going to be that much better next season, Arteta. And I just don't believe that. Right? I think that we will probably go through another period of maybe winning a Carabao Cup. But again, we'll all be on pins and needles waiting.
Or maybe the players might be more experienced and now have a Premiership title to back this stuff up and live up to expectation. Again, that argument can go both ways too. That's what I'm trying to say. It could also go both ways too. But again, I completely get what you're saying. I want a new coach. If you bring in Flick right now, I'll take it. Right now as we speak. But I'm looking at it from an Arsenal-centric position, the football club itself. And we know, because we've been in this fight, Oregon, we've seen it, we've lived it. So, I mean, do whatever you want with that information, but always put it in the back of your mind that Arsenal goes inversely, differently from the other parts, other football clubs move. We move differently. I don't know, maybe it's the way the Americans have really, really deeply ingrained the way they work and their work ethics, with the football club. Because Stan Kroenke has been at Arsenal for quite a long time. He's been a majority shareholder for a long time. Back in the days with, that Russian that used to be there, Ulismov or what?
Who was sort of had some
Usmanov, where the guy was trying to battle for the biggest, shares and trying to, so. I mean, Stan Kroenke has been there, so the influence is down there, so he's doing it the way he likes to do it. Right. So it is what it is. If he moves away from that part, good and okay. But it's not.
The Arsenal is another piece of their sporting portfolio, right? Like someone like Usmanov, Arsenal would be where he injects, all the money he wants to into Arsenal. With the Cronkies, we get a portion of the pie because remember they own the Rams, the Avalanche, the Rapids, and the Denver Nuggets basketball team. So Arsenal is just part of their portfolio that gets allocated.
But for some reason, they've been releasing the funds for the manager now.
They're making
for
money.
For some reason, they've been so they like the manager.
Parceled out.
This is the most supported manager ever.
Operate, right? But no, I mean you're right. I think I agree more with what you're saying than what the argument I'm trying to make, right? Because I know Arsenal just as well as you do, right? I've followed this club almost nearly 27 years. So, right, they're going to look at winning the trophy and base the following season on continued success, right? But the thing is, but I I still kind of want something new, right? I mean, if
I get you.
Right? Yeah, exactly. If Lewis Weekly does become available, and Ancelotti decides that the Brazilian national team just isn't for him, and he says, "Oh, I want to try my hand in the Prem again." Well, come step into North London, son. Right?
Exactly, bro.
We'll take the Italian genius. I just don't want to see I want to see us win it, but I don't want to see us just this one time and us have to wait how many more years again. Because Arteta just can't get it over the line in 26, 27. Oh, shit, he can't get it over the line again in 27, 28.
And I hate it.
Where's the cutoff, right? Where is the real cutoff for this guy? And that's just the argument I'm trying to make. So, but I do agree that in like 60-40% that you're correct that if he wins it, that they will give him another $500,000.
Without a doubt.
Go at it again.
Without a doubt, because I sincerely, I think Arteta goes to showers with them. I think he goes to saunas with them. I think during the summer they just go on a getaway trip, together. Him, Stan Kroenke. I mean, they do these things, bro. So, bro, this manager is he's one of the divisive managers I've seen in the history of Arsenal.
Right.
And he's still here. The manager is still here, bro. So it is what it is. If he wins this trophy, bro, it's just gonna be like a scene in the Batman and Bane movie. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, we give the power to you, the people, bro. If you win the title, bro, they've given you the power. So what else do you need? Do you think you're gonna win any argument against the top gooner? No. Because they'll flash that trophy in your eyes. They'll say we've won the trophy, bro. Bro, they've given you that to the people. They've given you power already. What else?
We're forgetting one person. Who's the person we're forgetting in this argument? Who's the one person we're forgetting in this argument that has control over Arteta? Berta.
Bro, you give me the answers. I don't have the answers.
If Berta says thank you, shakes his hand, hands him the nice bonus check. They put a beautiful 24x36 plaque up at the Emirates somewhere. Mikel Arteta's huge trophy, 6 years in the run. Thank you, Mikel. Here's your handshake. And it's all Berta. Berta could say thank you, but we've chosen a different path. And that could happen in the summertime, even if he wins it, right? Would you not agree that could happen?
Yeah, that could happen. Of course, we're better.
Director, we've changed different backroom personnel. That is in line with waiting for this manager to fail. But I do think if he doesn't win it this season, which I know we're still only 6 points, right? There's a chance he doesn't lift the trophy, that they will sack him this summer if he doesn't win it. I don't think the FA Cup enough. I don't think the Carabao Cup enough. And a combination of winning both, I don't think is enough.
Definitely. Big up to Bagav. Our guy says, big up to Tony and Dal. He says, Dal, nice shirt, of course. Dal always get the shiny stuff. Yeah, people. I mean, he gets the shiny. I mean, he gets all the goodies, people. Yeah. I mean,
his sons are Arsenal fans too. So, yeah, they get Arsenal stuff as well. No, this was first time.
Big up to Bagav, our guy. I'll be back with him for the Chelsea game this week, this midweek. That should be on, I think, that should be on Thursday, bro. But I'll be back with Bagav, and we will also be doing the Nottingham Forest game. Oregon Gunner, just before we go quickly, Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Bring it.
The big one, semi-final. The manager has a chance of winning multiple trophies this season, bro. We're just talking about the Premier League. He might win the Carabao Cup and the Premier League. Bro,
this guy doesn't have a Scooby, bro. I mean, bro, they're bringing him from what? Strasbourg? They're bringing from Strasbourg? Is that where he's from?
Rosenior.
So they're bringing in a new guy to replace a new guy that already was probably more talented, gifted than the new guy. I mean, I get Mascara. They didn't get one win in December, so I kind of get the firing the Mascara sort of makes sense. I kind of get it. You know, they're Chelsea. They can do off-the-wall stuff. But to go for a guy from Strasbourg, I mean, I think Chelsea even are like, I mean, Strasbourg's like a funnel club for Chelsea. I think they part own it or something like that. I think the ownership group has part ownership in Strasbourg. You know, we should talk to Strasbourg Steve about this guy. Shout out Strasbourg Steve, right? He would know the ins and outs of this new guy.
He would know everything.
Coming in, bro, and winning a semifinal against us. I just don't see it. Yeah, I mean,
you don't see it happening.
No,
I mean, he used Chelsea. He used Chelsea to just smack up. Was it not? Which team did they play? Charlton or one team like that? So in the FA Cup, and that was his first game, and he won the game by 4-1. So you know, or 5 goals to 1 or something like that. So I mean, you know, a great start. A great start.
Yeah, I guess so. A little bit of butter on the toast.
So how is that game gonna go? Who do you want to see there play?
I want to see.
Who should start?
Uh,
Mind you, it's at Stamford Bridge first.
right. Semifinal. Then they got to play us. Well, depending on Hincape Calafiore, I'd play one of those over Lewis Skelly if they're available. Obviously,
Yeah.
Gabriel Saliba, Timber speak for themselves with Raya in goal. I would go Rice, Zubamende, Eze on the right. Odegaard, just still overall ain't it for me, but maybe there's something there. Okay. On the left, I would start Martinelli. He's in goal scoring form right now. And I would actually start.
Oh, you would start Martinelli over Trossard?
I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's in goal scoring form, Tony. Let's be real. He's like our friend Anthony Herbert said, he just scored 5 yesterday.
I mean, but I thought Trossard was our number one.
Trossard could come in the 65th, 70th minute and do a job, right? Trossard can be the guy that comes in and gets that technical goal. But I think with that said, you can have Martinelli wear out their right back Gusto, right? Martinelli can wear out Gusto and bring Trossard on, and that's for Gusto. I mean, let's be real. That's a handful of but I still think Martinelli should get the start because of his goal scoring form right now. I just feel like he's just got the hot foot right now. And I would start Gabriel Jesus over Gyökeres. I would start Jesus. I would see what Jesus and Martinelli can put together.
Not Kai Havertz. The favorite is back. Kai Havertz is back.
He's back against Portsmouth, bro. He's not going to start against Chelsea. I don't see that. I just don't see that, right? I mean, he'll be on the bench with Gyökeres, but for me, I would start Gabriel Jesus, right? And then, of course, Saka on the right. But I would have no problems pulling Saka off if it's not happening around the 55th, 60th minute and give Madueke a decent chunk of time. But I do, for the Martinelli thing, yes, I think that right now he is the player. He's definitely in form. He will tire out Gusto. So if it just isn't happening for Martinelli, he can't be productive. Gusto will be tired. Perfect time to bring Trossard on and put Gusto on the back heel and tie him.
So what's your prediction for the game? Before
I gotta go 2-1.
2-1.
But I still think that they could bag a goal, possibly because just they're at home, new manager bounce maybe, and they'll have a bit of a bounce from, like you said, the Charlton game. But yeah, 2-1, maybe 3 if we score one in the 85th, 87th minute at the end when they're all just already down and out. But I got to say 2-1. I'm going to be a little bit pessimistic that I don't think we're going to put 4 on them or anything like that. Not in a semifinal.
Oh, so you don't think we'll put the game to rest at Stamford Bridge?
No, because I think the Chelsea players will be up for it, especially after the new manager bounce, the game against Charlton. He'll probably the new manager will probably make some tweaks. And Neto's a good player. Enzo Fernandez is a great player. Caicedo will be back, right? James will be up for it. That's difficult. That'll be difficult, right? But at the same time, I'm even thinking like if you start Jesus, maybe you bring Moreno in as striker, right? Maybe you give look, Gyökeres. It's been fun, but now
it's been fun, right?
It's been fun, but we know Moreno can produce something, right? He has
in this system.
Right.
In this
system, very well said. In this system, right? And I don't want to. I want to win this cup. I think if we win this, that gives us the confidence, the impetus to go and push on.
I agree with you.
And the league with that, right? I just feel like Gabriel Jesus kind of deserves a start. What I would do, right, exactly. Gyökeres and Jesus up front. And like Bargev says, maybe bring Havertz on the bench and not Moreno, but Moreno's almost kind of that reassurance, right? That something will happen. But again, I'm not a big Moreno fan either, right? But at this moment in time, I don't think Kai Havertz has how many minutes did he play against Portsmouth? He didn't start, right? I think Jesus started. So Kai Havertz had 15, 20 minutes of game time, Tony, against Portsmouth, maybe? Right. So I don't know if he's ready for that full-on charge in a semifinal against Scum. But I think Gyökeres does get rested for the Forest game.
Let's rest Gyökeres for the Nottingham because it's going to be a scrappy game, and we need Gyökeres to kind of like wear out those two center backs in Murillo. Murillo is a very, very, very strong one. So we need someone who would try to just hold him off and toss him apart here and there. And let's rest Gyökeres for that one. We can use Kai Havertz and Jesus on in this semi-final.
And maybe even Moreno, but I doubt Moreno will come up a striker, especially that if Kai Havertz is back. Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he does start him, Doctor. I just don't see it yet. I don't think that he's 100% match fit right now, even though he had a cameo against Portsmouth, a team that we were already 3-1 up when he was on the pitch, I think. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting because the lineup tells us a lot, right? The lineup tells us a lot about what we're going to see. So, yeah, Tony, big up, bro. Thanks for having me on again. Great show today.
Yeah, people. Me and Oregon Gunner, almost an hour, 30 minutes. So from here, I'm going to Wolfie's channel, people. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, the Chelsea fan, the big friend of our channel. Started with him this YouTube thing. So I'm going to his channel. We're having a Chelsea preview. So come join us there, people.
I'll be listening to get on the chat.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go grab some.
I'll try and see if I can be able to show it on my channel. But let's see, people. Yeah. As for me and Oregon Gunner, people, me and Oregon Gunner will be back. I think maybe this week because people we have to talk about the Chelsea game. Yeah, and I'm looking at Sunday. If we play Nottingham Forest.
Okay, Sunday we'd have to do it earlier in the morning because my son has 2 basketball games in the afternoon.
Okay, I can work with that.
Tony, don't we play Forest? Do we play Forest in the following week? Isn't there an international break after Chelsea? Am I wrong?
No.
Okay,
we'll play them this weekend. We'll play Nottingham Forest this weekend.
Let me know if you want to do. Okay, let me know Sunday your availability, and I'll try and make it happen. If we do like half hour, 45 minutes review show or something, but Sunday.
Yeah, it will be bad. It will be nice to have you on that one. Yeah, I'll be back with Dr. Seymour this week. I have to talk with him and get some clarity on the timing of our show this week. I'll be this week with Waffle Don. I'll be back with him probably on
I got abs.
I think maybe on Thursday or so. And I'll be with Dom. Dom will be back this week too. So people, lots of shows. Tomorrow I'm bringing in Chanzo. Chanzo will be coming down to the channel tomorrow. This big YouTuber. So Chanzo will be coming here tomorrow. People join us for that one.
And shout out to Dom if you're watching or listening on playback. I would love to get Dom on the show with us. I rate Dom highly. I think his Arsenal knowledge is bar none one of the best. Seriously, one of the best. So let's see if we can get Dom on our show sometime. And I'd love to pick his brain as well in a couple of weeks if he's available. So shout out everyone in the chat. Dr. Seymour Bargab, Josh, MCA7 who was in here always. Miss Melina. Who else am I missing?
Bargav. Dr. Seymour, Miss Melina, First Lady of YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Pick up to all this legend. Peace. Catch you guys soon, Peace.
Peace, people.
Peace.